Alright, so right off the bat, I feel like I should explain where I've been for the last couple months. Long story short, I took a night job and that took a lot of my time, obviously. I could have worked on some videos right after work, but it was mostly just trying to enjoy whatever free time I had, outside of work. So mostly spent that just watching movies and playing games, so there wasn't really much. I didn't feel like really doing anything else. But I quit that now. And part of my New Year's resolution was to start working a little bit harder on these videos. So there's that. Or not working on these videos, actually doing videos. So yeah, let's actually do something. And I've kind of been failing mostly because it's January 10th. And most of what I've been talking about today is already pretty late. But I feel like I still want to talk about it just because of how lazy it is, really. So if you don't know by the title, probably, I want to talk about this really terrible idea that franchises seem to be having lately. In particular, these three that we'll be talking about today. That being Halo 5 Guardians, a game that came out, I believe, last year. Actually 2 years ago, I think. The next being the upcoming Transformers 5 or Transformers The Last Night. Hopefully this is the last one, but it's not going to be. And the next Fast and Furious 8, or as they like to call it, The Fate of the Furious, which is a god-awful title. I mean, of all the titles you really could have chosen, it seems like that must have been like the first one that they put on the board, and the one that somehow wasn't erased. That's the one what they went with. Okay, so enough about that. Let's talk about what's actually on topic here. Back then, there used to be kind of a rule that if there was anything future or space related for your franchise, you are out of ideas. It happened to the Flintstones in his last season. It incorporated the alien guy. I forget what he's called. And that was the last season, obviously. I mean, that was think about that. That was just a little. They just added a character from space, and that's it. It wasn't set in space or anything. They just brought in a character, and that was the last season. One thing I did watch was TMNT Fast Forward, which was just the turtles that are fast forwarded into the future, and that show didn't do too good. Obviously, it made it further. I mean, than Flintstones, but not by much. And obviously, another good example is Infinite Warfare. And if you could tell by that dislike bar, people don't like that too much. I mean, really, you had two options. Call of Duty was already been in the futuristic times since Black Ops 2, and Battlefield has already been stuck in modern times for quite some time. There's really two options left: go into space, or go back to World War One. And you already know who picked a good choice. So there you go. And that was a general rule for quite some time. A lot of people, the people spoke. They just didn't like space. That's why franchises that are set in space from the beginning are, and stay like that are pretty popular. Star Wars, Star Trek. It's only two that come to mind, but yeah, those things are popular because they're always set in space from the beginning. Star Trek occasionally did go into they did have time travel. They go different times, which for one episode is pretty cool. Change up this, the setting for a bit, and that's cool. But the main concept is just don't change anything too big. So that was kind of the rule back then. And now I think we have a new rule. I'm going to show you guys some clips from these trailers from these three franchises, and just you try to figure out what's the problem. All right.
Completed your mission, Spartan Locke. is just beginning.
As our savior and not our betrayer.
All hail the conquering hero.
The one who was supposed to save us all.
But now I must save us from you.
You know what I like about you, Dom? You're a genuine outlaw, but you're family.
A hell of a job, brother. When we get back to the base, beer's on me.
He's about to go up against the only thing they can't handle. You.
Dominic Toretto just turned on us.
Dom! You gonna turn your back on family?
Oh my God.
Forgive me.
Okay, so what can we tell from those trailers? Let's break it down a little bit. So the Halo 5 one, I had to use both versions of that little reveal trailer or teaser, whatever it was. According to that, Master Chief has some ulterior motives that he's not telling some people. He's being hunted apparently, and he's not the hero, that was prophesized basically. Some Anakin level shit. But that was that one. And what was next? The Furious 8. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't care. Let's see. Dom has gone rogue too. He betrayed his family. He's making now with Charlize Theron, which is a huge upgrade from Michelle Rodriguez, honestly. And let's see. I mean, he's gone rogue. He's obviously going to go become a war boy from Mad Max. Charlize Theron, Furiosa. If you get that. I mean, it's I'm making fun of that, and I just thought, how cool would it be if Mad Max and Fast and Furious, would do a crossover, even though it would make no logical sense. I mean, you have the cars, and you have Mad Max. I mean, both of them have cars, but we have cars, Fast and Furious mostly, but that'd be cool. I mean, Toretto and I forgot The Rock's character, The Rock. They could be fucking war boys. Wouldn't you want to see them, commit suicide in some fiery crash just to witness something cool? Anyways, I'm getting off track. Just cool concept though, honestly. And that's finally Transformers 5. What's the deal? I did cut it a little bit less to show less, but the trailer, he's in the last movie, Optimus went into space. He kind of failed because in the trailer, I didn't show this, but in the trailer, you go see if you want. He's kind of floating around Saturn or somewhere in space, just frozen. So clearly something fucked up, and he's gone rogue, guys. He's and I'm using this condescending term because I want to hammer in the point that all these trailers have the same goddamn concept. All these movies have the same concept, that all the main characters, all the good characters, basically all the main characters have gone rogue. They've gone bad. They betrayed their alliances and everything. I mean, that's basically it, and that's what I want to talk about. The fact that they have just I'm having trouble articulating because that really is just a really crappy idea. I mean, again, this is why I'm referring to the fact that this seems to be the new, space deal. People gave Infinite Warfare shit for running out of ideas. Imagine if, Infinity Ward made Modern Warfare 4, sounds funny, and they had, Price in the trailer, and it shows that he's gone rogue. That would have gotten just as many negative thumbs as, in my opinion, honestly. Probably not as much as a space deal, but a good sum, probably more bad than good, thumbs ups or whatever. And that's the real problem, because that's just running out of ideas. These are all franchises that are way past, that are way beyond their the good points, I mean, really, these are all franchises that should just stop. Some of them should be rebooted, one of them should be rebooted. Really, I mean, really, think about this. You know, Halo. Halo is my all-time favorite game series, with Halo 1 all-time favorite game. I mean, that was pretty good. I would have been happy with the fact that they I would have been happy if they stopped that, you know, Halo 3. And I was. I mean, they did leave a little bit of a cliffhanger, but it was still an uplifting one. You know, it was bittersweet. I mean, Human Covenant War was over, but, you know, Master Chief is off in space. You know, they'll find him eventually, but we don't know how long. That would have been a good place to stop. But no, we had to have Halo 4. You know, I was kind of on Halo 4. I haven't really finished the entire thing, but from what I've seen, it's fairly decent. It's not perfect, but it is decent. And, you know, pretty decent place to finish, I guess, the full, you know, franchise. But no, you know, Microsoft needed some more of that money, so fuck it, Halo 5. And clearly running out of ideas. I mean, the game is called Halo. We're not really dealing with Halos as much anymore. You remember when the first one was just about, you know, a doomsday weapon that could be set off? I mean, that was the whole deal. But now we have, so yeah, running out of ideas. Turn to Master Chief Evil as a cheap marketing scheme, and that wasn't really even true. Play the game, sorry about that. Play the game and you'll see what's up. And what else? Fast and Furious 8, or Fast 8, as we'll now call it. Sticking with that. That franchise has kind of been polarizing for a lot of people. A lot of people disliked it. A lot of people, you know, kind of hate it. I mean, I think everybody has a franchise they grew up with, and I really grew up with this franchise. I've always liked it. You know, it's always been some pretty good action movies. All the characters are, you know, pretty fun. You know, I mean, again, I grew up with these characters, and I'm probably always gonna see these movies. But really, they should have stopped at Fast Furious 7, just in honor of Paul Walker. You know, his tragic death. I mean, that kind of told the full story. Really, the bad guy was in jail. Paul Walker is, you know, retired officially. His character is retired from the game, and his character is just really nothing for him to do because, you know, in real life he's dead. And honestly, because of that, you should just, you know, stop this series right there. But no, they decided to keep going with Furious 8, and goddamn fat, and what else? Sorry, Transformers. Transformers should really just stop at number 1, because this whole franchise is just a mess and running out of ideas. I mean, Megatron is bad. Megatron is back. You know, there's worse people. They brought Megatron back again. It's just really, that entire franchise is just a mess. But, you know, they're running out of ideas at Part 5. I mean, just come on. What are you gonna do? I really thought they were gonna, you know, start introducing from, you know, the original cartoon or from the movie. You know how long I've been dying to see. Everybody's been dying to see the Dinobots for a while. I got a little bit satisfied, you know, with the last movie. You know what I've been dying to see? Unicron. You know, I want to see him in the next movie, Primus and all that. I doubt we will because, you know, Michael Bay. And that's really what this whole video is about, really. The fact that, you know, Hollywood has always, you know, been really running out of ideas. They've been out of ideas, you know. They've just been doing nothing but remakes, reboots, and superhero movies. I'm not so fed up with superhero movies yet. I mean, there have been some movies that have kind of like made me say, hey, you know, maybe we don't need so much, like Suicide Squad or Fat Four Stick. You know, those movies really kind of, you know, showed, you know, maybe we should kind of stop for a bit or take it slow, you know. But then there's movies like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 that, you know, kind of, you know, get my hopes up. So there's still that, but, you know, then again, that is a sequel, and with constant sequels, I mean, I do look forward to Star Wars sequels, but, you know, Disney is gonna ride that shit for a while. I mean, I think they I mean, what's left after the the third trilogy? They're probably gonna want to do another trilogy, and just keep going on from there. And don't even get me started on reboots. There's just don't get me started on reboots. There's just way too many to even touch on. And you have movies that are like really good. Like my favorite movie of last year, The Nice Guys, which is a really good movie. I recommend you guys watch it. And when I say watch it, I mean go purchase it, because that movie needs some support. It did good, but it didn't do great. And I want some sequels, guys. That movie was really good. It was well written, well acted, well everything. And it's not exactly original. I mean, it's just two private investigators solving a mystery. I mean, that's nothing new. But it was told differently. That's what we need. We need something told differently. Something told something told good, or told good. Something that is a good story. That is written well. And from the looks of it, these three franchises. This also goes for games too. I mean, I'm talking about movies generally, but I'm also talking about games. I mean, how many games are just basically get revenge? Like almost all of them, really. All of them seem to have some sort of revenge, or all of them are just, hey, there's a bad guy, go kill him. Oh no, there's a worse guy who backstabs the bad guy, go kill him even more. Or, hey, you were the bad guy. The world is out of ideas, really, guys, and that's just what this whole video is about. Just me ranting, just wanting to rant. Watch these movies if you want to. I'm gonna watch Furious 8. I don't own an Xbox. I can't play Halo 5. I'm still leaning on probably not watching Transformers 5, because I don't want to give Michael Bay more money. I mean, literally, you keep watching them, they keep making them. So, I mean, I don't condone bootlegging anymore. I really did as a kid, really. I mean, probably shouldn't be saying this, but I did watch a lot of bootlegs. I buy all my movies now, but I say maybe you shouldn't go watch it in theaters. Go wait a bit. Go get some torrents or whatever. I'm not saying go do that, but I'm not saying it either. Wink, wink, whatever. But yeah, that's just me talking about how franchises are running out of ideas, and we should really be these franchises should be kind of on a watch list sort of right now. Because these franchises are going to die soon. They're going to fade away. They're going to really run out of ideas. I mean, this is just, I say these are out of ideas already, but people always companies always baffle consumers, really. So I don't know, maybe in the future, turns out Master Chief has been a female the entire time. I don't know. Anything is possible these days, and we'll just have to go see. I don't know. So yeah, thank you for watching this. I wanted to put some Skyrim gameplay, something so you guys can watch, I guess. I got the special edition. That was pretty sweet. I can record stuff with the PS4 now, so I can do that. Sorry for no videos for quite a good time. I should really try to have a schedule this year. I'm not gonna make any promises, because I procrastinate like a motherfucker. So yeah. Thank you for watching this, guys, and peace out.